What would you do if your little girl vanished, only to return a year later carrying two newborns in her arms? What she revealed next would haunt you long after hearing it. This is the tale of a mother's desperate struggle to protect her daughter, and the horrifying truth that forever altered their lives. What had she endured during that missing year, and what secret did she finally share? Stay with us until the end to uncover the full story, and let us know in the comments which country you're listening from. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. A year had crawled by since 10-year-old Anna Carter disappeared on her way home from school. For her mother, Rachel Carter, life had shattered into pieces. The police uncovered no leads, no evidence, no answers. Each night dragged endlessly, and the days felt even longer. Then one morning, a faint knock echoed at the front door. Rachel opened it, and there stood Anna, frail, pale, and trembling, clutching two newborn babies swaddled in ragged blankets, her eyes haunted and hollow. The sight was too overwhelming for Rachel to process. Anna was only a child herself, far too young for such a burden. Yet here she was, cradling fragile lives with a determination that shook Rachel to her very soul. "Mom," Anna whispered, fear blazing in her eyes as she pulled the infants closer to her chest. "Please don't tell anyone. They'll hurt the babies. They'll find us and they won't stop until they take them away." Through a blur of tears, Rachel dragged Anna inside and locked the door behind her. The soft click of the latch sounded like a heartbeat in the silence, a fragile promise of safety. Whatever nightmare Anna had endured, one thing was certain: Rachel would never lose her again, no matter the cost. As Anna spoke in broken whispers, her voice trembled and her hands clutched the frayed blanket's edge. The terror in her eyes was unmistakable, a mix of fear and desperation, as though each word forced her deeper into memories she wished she could bury. Still, she pushed forward, knowing her mother needed to hear the truth of the darkness she had escaped. She revealed she had been held captive in a secret research facility called Genesis Labs, a place hidden from the world where horrifying experiments were carried out in the shadows. Anna described endless nights of cruelty and terror. Her heart had pounded as alarms blared and flames tore through sterile corridors. Acrid smoke burned her lungs. Sparks lit the darkness, and with the newborn twins pressed against her chest, she fought through the chaos, determined to protect them at any cost. They were her reason to live, fragile lives born from twisted experiments, now the light she would guard with every breath. Then one day, Rachel noticed a sleek black car parked near the house. Its tinted windows revealed nothing, but the sight sent a cold weight sinking into her chest, a reminder that the danger was far from gone and every shadow outside could hide a threat. Panicked, Rachel reached out to her ex-husband, David Carter. Shattered by what he saw when he entered the house, David fell to his knees beside Anna and the babies. His voice broke as he vowed to protect them all no matter what, but he knew that going to the police would be suicide. Genesis Labs was too powerful, too deeply connected. David remembered an investigative journalist, James Mercer, who specialized in exposing secret research facilities. They arranged to meet him in a quiet cafe. Mercer revealed what he knew. Genesis Labs operated under a front company called Titan Biogenics, a corporate shell concealing monstrous experiments. At its core was Project Reborn, an initiative to create genetically enhanced humans, a grotesque distortion of science into weaponry. "Anna's DNA is unique," Mercer explained in a hushed tone. "It's their holy grail. And those babies, they're the culmination of every experiment, living proof of a dream twisted into a nightmare that could change humanity forever." Through Mercer, Rachel and David discovered the lead scientist, Dr. Alan Mercer, a man burdened by guilt who had vanished after the lab fire. With Mercer's help, they tracked him to a remote cabin. Alan was broken, haunted by the horrors he had helped create. In shaking whispers, he confessed that Anna carried a rare DNA sequence Genesis Labs had desperately tried to manipulate. The twins were the first true success of Project Reborn, children who symbolized both a breakthrough and a curse. With trembling hands, Alan handed Rachel a binder full of evidence, documents that could expose Genesis Labs for good, but the danger was closing in. One morning, a note appeared on Rachel's door. "You can't hide forever." Soon after, Lucas. Stone, a former security operative and ally of Mercer, offered his protection. Together, they devised a plan. Stone sent out a decoy car, making it seem as though Rachel and Anna had fled town. The black vehicle followed the ruse, proving they were under surveillance. With the binder in hand, Stone vowed to shield them, until Mercer could get the evidence into the right hands. Still, Genesis Labs was relentless. Rachel, Anna, and the twins retreated to a secluded safe house in the woods, Red Creek Cabin. But even there, the danger followed. One chilling night, the phone rang with a threat. "Give us the twins, or we'll take them ourselves." Rachel refused to run any longer. She and Stone fortified the cabin, reinforcing every door and window as dread thickened the air. When armed, operatives stormed through the front door. They were met with smoke, barricades, and a mother prepared to defend her children with unshakable courage. Chaos erupted. In the haze, Stone moved like a force of nature, disabling the intruders one by one. Moments later, the wail of sirens pierced the night. Mercer had delivered the evidence to federal authorities. Red and blue lights swept across the trees, signaling the nightmare was finally unraveling. Rachel collapsed into tears, clutching Anna and the twins tightly, overcome with both terror and relief. Looking at Stone, she realized this victory wasn't just about survival. It was about giving her daughter and grandchildren a chance at a real life. Genesis Labs was destroyed, its dark chapter closed. As dawn broke over Red Creek, Rachel wept on the cabin floor. Stone knelt beside her, his hand firm on her shoulder. "It's over," he said gently. "You're safe now. All of you." For the first time in a year, Rachel felt the crushing weight of fear lift, replaced by fragile hope. Days later, once Genesis Labs had been dismantled, Rachel, Anna, and the twins began to embrace a new chapter. Stone remained by their side, not just a protector, but family. Together, they rediscovered laughter, warmth, and a sense of belonging that had long been stolen from them. The scars would always remain, but so too would their strength. One morning, sunlight filled the kitchen as Anna giggled with the twins, their tiny hands reaching playfully into the air. Rachel, sipping her tea, looked out to the porch where Stone stood and felt peace settle deep in her chest. The horrors of the past seemed like a fading shadow, replaced by quiet joy and the promise of a future worth protecting. And yet, as she watched Anna and the twins laugh in the golden light, one lingering thought refused to fade. After everything they had endured, could this fragile peace truly last? Or would the shadows of Genesis Labs rise again someday? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for listening to Yarned Stories.